podcast. I am your host, Cosmic Waters. May my words inspire you and remind you to remain true to you as you walk authentically in your truth, dripping self-love and unapologetically choosing you. Hello, naked truthers. Welcome back. So I just have one question for y'all. Are you happy? Now, if you couldn't answer this right away, if you had to think about it, if you did the, if it wasn't a hell yeah, fuck yes, I told you right there all you need to know, right? And it's okay. This is not to judge anybody's happiness or where you are in life. I just wanted to ask, were you happy? And if you are not happy, why? What is interfering with your internal happiness? Or shall I say who? What is stopping you from being happy? Who is getting in the way of that? And how do you define happiness? And do you understand that happiness begins within, and that no one can technically give you, bring you, or make you happy? That has to be cultivated within. Now, it may seem like someone can stimulate temporary happiness within you. However, your source of happiness is within you. Do not place your happiness in the hands of somebody else, because you will always, and I mean always, be fucking disappointed when you place that responsibility on the shoulders of somebody else, especially a person who does not deserve it, right? Besides, you don't want to put that weight on somebody else, that responsibility. Why would you place your happiness in the hands of somebody else? That should be something that only you have control over, whether you're happy or not. And I can sit here and say happiness is a choice. Happiness is a mindset. Happiness is you waking up in the morning and choosing to have a blissful, peaceful, harmonious day full of gratitude. It's you choosing to feel that way. It's you choosing to honor that energy, that vibration, that frequency within you, no matter what's going on around you. Because you can be in the center of chaos. Your circumstances may just be fucked up, and you can still be at a place of peace and happiness within you, at your core, your center, your soul, your spirit, your frequency, your vibration, your energy, your inner you, the inner me is still at a place of happiness, right? And so I want y'all to think about this. If I ask you what makes you happy, who makes you happy? If you are not the first person that comes to mind, something is wrong. Because that is saying that your happiness is dependent upon external validation and stimulation and recognition and praise. That you need something or someone else to make you feel happy, give you this false sense of happiness. And I will say this, if you can so easily place your happiness in the hands of someone else, understand how much control you are giving that person over you in your life. You're basically becoming their puppet. Keep that in mind, right? And I know it's cliche as fuck, because all you hear or all you see is happiness is an inside job. It really is, though. It is no one else's responsibility to make you happy or to keep you happy. And I think that is one thing that we get fucked up in these relationships, right? Oh, my man, my husband, my bae, my wife, my shorty, my goddess, my queen, my king, zaddy, not making me happy. Or, they're supposed to be making me happy. They're supposed to be doing this to make sure I stay happy, keep me happy. Are you even doing what you need to do to make yourself happy, though? Right? Instead of automatically looking to somebody else to do it for you and then getting upset that they can't create that happiness within you. But if you're not happy from within, nothing or no one someone does is going to make you happy, because your frequency on the inside has already rejected happiness. So no matter what someone does to try to make you happy, it's automatically going to be hit with resistance. It's automatically going to face that rejection, because you're blocking that energy within your own frequency. And now it's like no matter what they do is never going to be good enough. And now somebody is always sitting here trying to please you, and your ass is coming off real motherfucking ungrateful. And it becomes a toxic ass cycle, right? Or you become very attached, dependent, codependent on this other person making you happy, that it's almost like they become a human drug in a sense, and you need to pop a little bit of them. You have to be around them. You need to speak to them. You need to see them. You need to feel them in order for you to feel some form of happiness. And then you can become clingy and too attached and too needy, because now it's like, oh, I need you to make me happy. I need to see you. I need to be around you, because I don't know how to be happy without you in my presence. I don't know how to be happy if I don't speak to you. I don't know how to be happy without you. That's dangerous. That is a dangerous game to play. It really is. So don't put yourself in those situations. Right? You don't ever want to be dependent upon somebody else to make you happy. I'm telling you. I'm going to share with y'all my evolution around happiness, my growth around this happiness, this sense of happiness. What the fuck does that even mean to me? Because there was once a time that I did exactly what I was just talking about. I would place my happiness in the hands of others, especially in these relationships or situationships that I would put myself in, these men that I would choose, right? And even in friendships, it's like, oh, you're not making me happy anymore, right? And then I would blame them for my discomfort. I would blame them for me feeling upset or feeling like the happiness was lacking within my life. Like, you're not doing what you need to do to please me. You're not doing what you need to do to make me happy. And now that I'm unhappy, it's your fault. Whole time I was already unhappy within me, though. Right? And that energy just got projected back onto me. And I was disappointed because that person couldn't live up to my expectations of them, which was me expecting them to not only make me happy, but keep me happy. And they should do whatever the fuck that means, right? Having that expectation there. You're supposed to do what you need to do to keep me happy, to make me happy, and you're not doing that. So something is wrong with you. You don't really love me. All that crazy shit, right? These are the things that people go through, though. I was once in that toxic ass cycle of having a human as a fucking drug. The addiction was real to this person, right? I waited for him to make me happy. I yearned for him to make me happy. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel for myself. And I put that in his hands. He was my light. He was my happiness. He was my joy, because I didn't know how to find it inside of me. I didn't know how to cultivate that inside of me. At that point in my life, I fucking couldn't, right? I didn't know how. I was drowning in my sorrow and my depression. I was drowning in just misery and being uncomfortable with life. And being that I didn't know how to pull myself out of that. I didn't know how to deal with the shit that was going on within my mind, within my heart, within my body, within my spirit. I didn't know how to deal with me. I didn't know how to face me, right? I didn't know how to face the fucking world anymore. I didn't know how to deal with life. I didn't feel that sense of happiness. It was just a black cloud. This energy was just really heavy. And I came across a person in my most vulnerable state. And they made me laugh. And they made me smile. And I was like, ding, 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 bingo, there's my happiness. I'm putting that in your hands because I couldn't make myself laugh. And I couldn't make myself smile. And I couldn't make myself feel good. But you can. And he became a human drug. And I became crazily addicted. And it gave him so much power and control over me. And he knew that. So, speaking of addictions, because I spoke about how you become dependent upon people, but I didn't touch on how you can also begin to become dependent upon substances, whether that's drug or alcohol, or beginning to indulge in things that create those distractions within your life, that sense of escapism, whatever your vices or your guilty pleasures are, to get away from what you're truly feeling on the inside. And so now you create this addiction to, whether it's sugar, it's food, porn, whatever it is, right? To numb the pain or discomfort that you feel on the inside. And so if it's not a person, you place your happiness in getting high, right? You can't go a day, a moment without getting high. As soon as you wake up, you're high. You're high all fucking day, every day. There's no day or no moment in your life that you are sober. And if you are, it's uncomfortable, right? And I'm not saying you addicted, but when you take a deeper look at that, why do you feel uncomfortable when you're sober? Is it because those thoughts come rushing back? Is it because you need that feeling of being high in order to function, in order to not drown in your sorrows, right? And this may not be for everybody, right? I'm just curious, because I often wondered this about people who have to be high all day, every day. And if they're not high, it's like those people who don't have fucking coffee. They in their feelings. They mean. They grumpy. They can't function correctly. They need the high. They need it. It is a need. It's a difference when it's a choice, when it's a want, when it's like, okay, I just feel like getting high, whatever. As opposed to it being a need in order for you to function through the day, in order for you to get through life. And then, is that a fine line between an addiction or simply just a desire to be high, right? Just a thought. I'm just curious, because I do wonder these things. Like, is getting high a form of escapism, especially for people who's at a place to where it has become a daily need, right? Instead of something that's just recreational. And you can be addicted to anything. So I'm not just trying to, gang up on the smokers out here. You could be fucking addicted to coffee. Like I said, some people cannot function without that first cup of coffee. That is an addiction. It is a stimulant, and you need it in order to get your day started or to feel your mood rise, right? It's an addiction. And we become addicted to these different things within our lives to help us cope, to help us, get through life, right? And it just becomes a natural habit. And I'm not saying whether it's good or bad, just putting that thought out there. I'm just thinking, right? And I ain't gonna front. I've had great pleasure in being high a couple times throughout my life. I've experienced edibles. I've experienced smoking. I've even tried mushrooms once. And all beautiful, beautiful experiences, right? But for me personally, I don't desire to be high every second of the 24 hours in a day. And this is not me judging people. I just always wondered, like I said, for those people who need it. And I mean, it is a need. You feel addicted. It's like, damn, where's my weed at? And if you don't have your weed, all hell breaks loose. That kind of energy. Are you addicted? And are you escaping from something in your life? That's the only question I want to pose. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want. You know, I'm not trying to tell y'all how to live your life. Just trying to make you think. So don't get your panties in a bunch. And if you are triggered by me asking this question, if you are cringing, if you side-eyeing me, if you saying fuck you right now while you listening to this, if you feel some kind of way other than peaceful on the inside, maybe it's something you do need to dive deeper into. Maybe you get triggered for a reason. Just saying. Anyway, moving right along on this beautiful, beautiful night. Okay, actually it's the AM. It is 4:40 a.m. Happy Friday. Happy Venus Day. Yes. Okay, so back to happiness, right? I'm going to tap into a few posts that I found in regard to happiness over the years, you know, and just share that experience with y'all. And I want to see how y'all feel about it. Because, of course, everybody has their own perception or perspective or their own truth or their own, you know, breakdown of what being happy means. Some people feel like other people are supposed to make them happy. And then you have that part of the collective that's like, nah, that your happiness is in your own hands and it's up to you to make yourself happy, right? It's an inside job, like I said earlier. And so I thought it was interesting because as I was looking for something to give me inspiration to create an episode on, right, I came across these notes in my phone and it said happiness is non-negotiable. And I was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, bingo, this is it. This is what I want to talk about. Happiness. Because for some people, happiness seems out of reach. Happiness seems like something they cannot find or cannot experience. To them, it's like, what the fuck is happiness? How do I get it? How do I achieve it? Why does happiness not exist in my life? Why am I never happy? Or how come when I experience a little bit of happiness, it seems to be taken over by some fuck shit, right? As easy as it comes, as easy as it goes kind of energy. And it's like, why? And so I'm curious on the ways that people view happiness, how they experience happiness. What does that feel like within your body when you come to experience that energy of happiness, that frequency? What does that feel like in your body? Where do you feel it? How do you express your happiness? And how long does it last for you? Is it an all-day kind of thing? Or do you just have momentarily happiness, right? And if you are in a place of happiness, and let's just say something happens or you come across someone and they just kind of throw off your vibe, right? Are you able to shift back into that place of happiness you were in before encountering them? Or do you allow that encounter to fuck up your whole day, maybe your whole week, your whole night, whatever the case may be, right? You allowed someone to come in and steal your joy, as they say, like a thief in the night. Right? Instead of just not taking it personal, right? Or, you know, regulating your nervous system, bringing yourself back to that wusa moment and choosing to shift back into that energy of peace and inner happiness. Be mindful, I said choosing, because it is indeed a choice on what energy you choose to sit in, you choose to vibrate from. It's all a motherfucking choice, okay? So, that being said, I want you to know that you are indeed worthy of a life full of happiness and peace. Your life can indeed be harmonious, and you are worthy and deserving of experiencing that. Allow yourself to experience it, okay? You deserve to be happy. And while I'm here, before I begin reading what I want to read, I just want to say, if you ask yourself right now in this moment, what makes me happy? Can you answer it? Are you able to put your happiness first before everyone else's? Or are you still stuck in the people pleaser energy? Does you making other people happy make you happy? And is that your only way or sense of getting happiness? Because that's some fucked up shit. If the only way that you can be happy is you feel like you have to do something for somebody else. No, because now your happiness is dependent upon somebody else's happiness. And if you are not responsible for their happiness ultimately, and then what you do doesn't make them happy, but your happiness is dependent upon their happiness, but they're not fucking happy, that means you won't be happy either. Right? That just sounded like a huge mindfuck, I know. But I'm just trying to get y'all to see this. So what is the foundation of your happiness? What is it built upon? Right? And is it wrapped in people pleaser energy? How do you achieve that state of happiness? And is it something that you have to achieve, or is it simply just a mindset? Is it simply just a shift of energy? Is it simply just waking up in the morning and be like, you know what? Today, my day is full of happiness. I'm feeling happiness within me, and that is my choice. Or is that fuckery? Is that what they call fake positivity? Right? And I'm just throwing ideas out there to y'all because I'm curious how people's brain process happiness. Right? What does happiness look like for you? And are you able to create that sense of happiness for yourself and not feel guilty about it? Can you be in a place of happiness and the world be in turmoil? Or can you be in a place of happiness and your friend be upset? And now that she's upset, you feel like you can't be happy because you gotta comfort her. And you gotta empathize with her. So now you feel like, well, damn, I don't deserve to be happy in this moment because she going through her shit. So let me suppress my happiness and cater to her. Misery loves company. And now you are her company. And now your happiness is stifled by her memory. Not her memory. Ooh, interesting. Her misery. Right? So, I'm just asking, because oftentimes we may enter into a place of guilt for feeling happy. Like, damn, should I really be happy? This, that, and the third is happening on the news and the world. People are starving. People don't have places to live. My best friend going through the hard time of her life. My mother and her feelings. The family is arguing. Do I deserve to be happy in this moment? Hell yes, the fuck you do. And it's not to take away from what anybody is going through or to make their experience invalid, right? But that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be happy. Just because somebody else is not experiencing happiness, it doesn't take away from you deserving your happiness and your joy and your peace and your harmony, right? So just keep that in mind. Choose you. Put yourself first. Know that it's okay for you to be happy, all right? And you don't have to be sad or angry just because somebody else is sad or angry. And there are literally people out here like that. They will be mad as fuck, angry as fuck, in their feelings, come to you with their shit, come to dump their shit on you, and then get mad at you if you don't get upset with them, if you're not angry with them, if you don't wallow in that self-pity with them, if you don't throw them a pity party, if you don't have their back with the emotions that they are feeling, they get mad. Oh, that didn't make you upset too? Don't that make you mad? Nah, I'm in a state of peace right now. That didn't make me mad. I feel you. I understand where you're coming from, but that didn't take away from this inner peace that I feel. I don't desire to be in a place of anger, right? I don't desire that. I don't desire to put my body at a place of stress just because you're angry. And it's not to say that you don't have a right to be angry, but I have a right to be happy and peaceful just as you have your right to be angry and upset. And this is my moment, and I'm going to honor that. But it doesn't mean that I can't hold space for you. Just don't expect me to lower my vibration in order to hold space. Just don't expect me to be angry because you angry, or be mad because you mad, or be sad because you sad. Right? Respect my happiness and my peace and my place of harmony just as much as I respect that you may be at a place of sadness or grief or loneliness or turmoil or whatever it is that you are experiencing. Because we can still coexist within the same space and have different feelings and emotions. Right? So don't let anybody bulldoze your happiness. Your happiness is non-fucking negotiable. Remember that. Especially when you get into these relationships, right? Because a lot of times we get in these relationships and we sacrifice our happiness. We compromise what makes us happy just to make the next person happy. So it's kind of like saying, yo, fuck you to yourself. You don't deserve to be happy because I got to make them happy. I got to make my partner happy. I got to make sure they stay happy. The whole time, I'm not really happy though. But they come first. They got to be a priority, right? And it's like, but what about you? So now you just abandon your whole self, neglecting your whole self to make your partner happy. And you give not a fuck about whether you're happy or not. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. So when you get in a relationship, make sure you are not sacrificing or giving up that part of you, because you deserve to be happy just as much as they do, right? When you come together with someone, that should not fuck up your flow of happiness. That should not take away from you. That should not empty out or drain you or your cup, okay? It should not place poison inside of your cup of happiness, all right? So be mindful of who you're around, who you're subjecting yourself, who you're choosing to be in a relationship with, who you're choosing to give your time, energy, and attention to, right? And understand, is the sum of that the subtraction of your happiness? Because if so, you need a whole brand new damn equation. That ass though. And while we're on this topic, right, your peace is also non-negotiable, right? Your sanity is non-negotiable, okay? It's not just about happiness. It's about all of that. You know, who you are at your core is non-negotiable. Don't give that up. Don't change that to try to appease somebody else, okay? Because now you're being fake, and now you're not truly being you. And resentment is going to build, and eventually you're going to be miserable as fuck. You're going to be uncomfortable, because in this situation, in this relationship, this friendship, in this business partnership, whatever it is that you're in, and you're going to be unhappy. You're going to be miserable. You're no longer in fucking alignment, because you're not allowing yourself to truly shine. You're putting on a mask. You are suppressing some part of you. You are changing some part of you. You are being who you are not, so that you can be who they want you to be, or who they feel you should be, or who you feel you should be, in order to, you know, comfort them. And that's fucked up to yourself. That is a smack in the motherfucking face. That is disrespectful to your entire being. And that's unacceptable. So it goes deeper than just happiness, right? You want to make sure that no matter what you do, whether it's a relationship, a job, no matter what it is in alignment with you, your soul, right? It resonates with you at your core. And you'll know. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. A lot of times we reject what we feel. A lot of times we look past the red flags. A lot of times we ignore our intuition. We ignore it all. But we know. And we feel it. And we see it. Take heed to all of those messages that come along when it no longer resonates with you, and you are not in alignment with that friendship, with that man, with that woman, with that job, okay? So that you are not subjecting yourself to bullshit, so that you are not settling for bullshit and tolerating mediocrity, okay? Because you deserve better than that. So pay attention to the signs, especially the signs that your body gives you, all right? Because the body speaks. That anxiety speaks. That deep punch in the stomach feeling speaks, okay? It all speaks to you. It does. But it's up to you to listen and pay attention and move accordingly to that. Make the correct decision for what feels right for you in that moment. And when I say what feels right, this is not you acting out of pure raw emotion and now you making fucked up ass decisions, right? No, it is simply that voice within you, right? That inner voice, and it may be a little bit of a whisper, but you still hear that shit, right? And you're like, nah, this ain't right. This ain't it no more. I gotta leave. That voice, pay attention to that. And sometimes for some people, it's going to be more of a feeling than it is a voice, or it could be more of a knowing. However it shows up for you, honor it. Honor it. Stop stressing yourself the fuck out. Stop breaking your own heart. Stop disrespecting your own self. Stop treating yourself like shit and then get upset when everybody else does it. When you was the one showing them how to treat you. You was painting the whole picture. Like, yeah, I'm down. Y'all could treat me like shit. Y'all could walk all over me. You know? You don't have to respect me. You don't have to honor my needs, my wants, or my desires. My voice don't matter. Right? Because that is the picture that you were painting. That is the example that you were showing them how you want to be treated. So be mindful of that. The relationship that you have with yourself is so fucking important. It sets the stage for every other relationship within your life. That energy that you have towards yourself, for yourself, that love, is it fucking there? Because if it is absent, you're going to feel that absence. And every connection, everything that you do, your life is going to mirror that absence of self-love, that absence of self-worth, that absence of self-esteem, that absence of confidence, that absence of self-respect, of knowing who you are. Your life is going to mirror that back to you, and the people and the situations that you experience, you're going to feel that absence and that lack, because the world, the universe is screaming at you. Whoever you believe in, your inner you is screaming at you. I need you to love me. I need you to respect me. I need you to honor me. I need you to have a higher level of self-esteem. I need you to tap into this inner confidence. I need you to tap into your power. I need you to tap into this knowing that you are fucking great. You are a divine cosmic being, and I need you to tap the fuck into that and get out of this bullshit ass energy of treating yourself like shit. Stop treating yourself like a motherfucking peasant and begin treating yourself like the royalty that you are. Fix your own motherfucking crown. Crown yourself. Put the crown on and know that you deserve to wear it. Know that you deserve to wear it. Know that you are royalty. And stop allowing yourself to be treated less than. Stop treating yourself as less than. Stop seeing yourself as less than. Stop comparing yourself to other motherfucking people. Right? Stop. It's not about them. It's not about what they've done or who they are. It's about you and your life and how you choose to live it. And you are worthy of being fucking happy. And don't let nobody come into your life and tell you that you're not. And people that are already in your life, they don't tell you that you're not either. Don't allow anyone to come into your life, to play that role in your life that interferes with your peace, your sanity, your happiness. Okay? No. Also understand that happiness is not a destination. And what do I mean by that? You know how people say, well, I'll be happy when I get a new car. I'll be happy when I move out. I'll be happy when I lose this weight. I'll be happy when this man start paying child support. I'll be happy when I get the keys to this new apartment. I'll be happy when I get a raise. I'll be happy when. I'll be happy if. I'll be happy after. Your happiness is now dependent upon something or someone, as I spoke about in the beginning, some form of action or some place within the quote-unquote future. The future is now. The present is the only thing that truly exists. And every step you take or don't take, every action you make or don't make, every decision you make or don't make is actually your fucking future being built in this present moment simultaneously. Think about that, right? So understanding that happiness is not a destination. Because right here, right now, in this moment, you have the option, the choice, the decision to be happy. Regardless of your circumstances, regardless of what you have or don't have, you still have the choice to be grateful and be in a place of happiness and experience peace, if you so desire, if you so choose. As I always say at the end of my episodes, life is as beautiful as you allow it to be, right? Self-awareness, perspective, and self-love is key. Choose wisely, beautiful souls. I tell y'all that at the end of every episode, and I tell y'all that for a reason. It's the allowing, it is the choice of how beautiful you desire your life to be, of the beauty that surrounds you. Do you fucking see it? It's a choice. Perception, perspective, your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, your vibration, your frequency, the awareness of self. Speaking of that, of happiness not being a destination, I want to read to y'all something I wrote a couple years ago, right? Let's just call these pages from Cosmic's Water's diary. So let's dive into it. Let's just call this entry number 23. Something that I realized about myself as well as others. We have a habit of telling ourselves that we won't be happy until something happens. We're so quick to put our happiness in the hands of others as well as in materialistic items. We tell ourselves we will be happy when we meet the right one, lose weight, go on vacation, hit the lottery, find a new job, etc. What's wrong with being happy now? Right here, right now, in the present moment. Why can't you be happy? The past no longer exists except for in your memories, and the future has yet to come. So why not focus on being happy in the now? Why does your happiness have to be attached to something or someone? No one is obligated to make or keep you happy. No one is responsible for your emotional fulfillment but you. Only you. Stop blaming other people for you not being happy and learn to make yourself happy. Happiness starts within. Until you look inward and find happiness within, you will continue to be miserable. You will continue to blame everyone but yourself for why you aren't happy. You will continue searching for happiness in places you'll never find it. You will continue to be disappointed every fucking time. Truth of the matter is, you are in control of your emotions. No one else. You choose how you respond and react to what goes on in your life. You create your reality with your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and vibrations. The way in which you view the world, your world, dictates the experiences you have. So in other words, if you think the world is a shitty place with fucked up ass people, guess what, darling? That's exactly what you will attract. Situations and shitty ass people. And yes, I said situations, okay? Learn to be happy now. You don't need anyone or anything to make you happy. Make yourself happy and stop depending on others to do it for you. Stop waiting until next week, next month, next year to find happiness. None of that matters, because at the end of the day, you can have everything you desire and still be fucking miserable. Be the happiness you seek in others. Be the happiness you desire from material things. At any given time, you can tap into that feeling on your own. Choose to be happy, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of your surroundings. Be grateful for what you do have and stop focusing on what you don't have. Remember, what you seek is seeking you. You attract what you are vibrating. Everything is energy. Everything vibrates. It all starts with the thought. What are you feeding your mind? What's programmed in your subconscious mind? Your feelings equal a certain vibration. That vibration then affects everything around you, and you will begin to attract circumstances of that vibration. You will attract people and experiences that are in alignment with your vibration. It's universal law. Like attracts like. Birds of a feather flock together. Ditch the mindset of, I'll be happy when, and choose to be happy now. Stop giving your power away to other people by expecting them to make you happy and getting upset when they don't. Stop looking for happiness from outside sources and look within. Learn to be your own best friend. Become aware of your thoughts and feelings. Realize what you're projecting out into the world and how it's affecting your experiences. Understand that you are the creator of your reality. No one has the power to take away your happiness unless you allow them to do so. Be the happiness you seek. Be fucking dope. Live a life you love. Love the life you live. Happiness exists inside you. Find it, embrace it, and simply just be. Your life will change for the better. Mine has. It was such a needed lesson, as I've spent years searching for happiness in men, food, places, and things. Yet, when I had all that I thought would make me happy, I still felt empty inside, like something was missing, and it was. The ability to make myself happy was missing. Most importantly, I didn't love myself. I was obsessed with the thought of being happy instead of actually experiencing genuine happiness. I blamed others. I looked for happiness everywhere else except within myself. I never stopped to ask myself, Dom, if you can't make yourself happy, how the hell do you expect someone else to be able to? If you would have asked me a few years ago what made me truly happy, I probably couldn't even answer that honestly because I didn't know. But baby, that's where healing and growth comes into play. Self-reflection, self-awareness. I had to figure out how to look at myself in the mirror and be happy with me, all of me, from my rolls to my toes. Self-love is the key to happiness. I can't stress how important it is to love yourself, how important it is to be your own best friend, because there are going to be days when you have to fight to pull yourself through the negativity, when you have to actually feel your emotions and learn to not get stuck in them. Be patient with yourself and have compassion for yourself. Nothing happens overnight. It's a process, but a journey well worth it. Every day I work on loving myself more and reprogramming my mindset. Within the past year or so, I have found my way back to me. I have fallen in love with myself, and I have found pure happiness, and I fucking love it. So please don't give up. You got this. If you need a friend, I'm here. You don't have to do it alone. To everyone that has loved me when I didn't love myself, I love you. I am grateful for you. Thank you for existing and simply just being you. # late night thoughts, a chapter in my story, real life, uncensored, just be happy, love yourself. My journey, learning to love me, self-love is key. Dope soul, goddess life, unleashing the goddess within. And that's the end of Pages in Cosmic's diary. Entry number 23. Now, back to the pages of Cosmic Water's diaries. I'm going to call this one entry number 28. And this is from 2018, a perspective of pure happiness that I had to document. How it feels when you finally let go and just be. Be present in the moment. Be present in the here and now. When you finally appreciate and accept life for what it is and experience pure gratitude. You finally open up and allow life to just flow as you surrender to divine timing and just know that everything is happening just as it's supposed to and you're right where you need to be. When you realize that you create and attract your experiences, you become more aware of your thoughts and beliefs. You begin to tell a different story. We are the authors of our own lives. What's the title of your book and who's holding the pen? Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Embrace every journey and remember life is happening for you, not to you. Know that everything you desire already lies within you. Are you open to receive? # let go. Surrender. Allow. Receive. Go with the flow. Open your heart. Path of least resistance. Ride the wave. Enjoy life. Appreciate the little things. Gratitude. Just be present. In the moment, the here and now. Appreciation. Acceptance. Create. Manifest. Change your thoughts. Change your life. Beliefs. Tell a different story. Become your own author. Pick up the pen. Start again. Allow. Attraction. Become aware. Self-awareness. Self-love. Self-care. Live your life. Be fucking dope. Just be you. The world will adapt. It all begins within. Start with love. Heal. Discover. Embrace. Face yourself. Face your demons. Light, dark, yin, yang, energy. Raise your vibrations. Raise your consciousness. Much love. That was a lot of hashtags, but I like the way that it flowed. Now let's flow into Entry number 13, Cosmic Waters Diary. I secure myself from within. Another really dope version of me is emerging. I am genuinely happy and I love it. I love who I'm becoming, doing what makes me happy, enjoying life, enjoying myself. I don't have time for shit that doesn't light my soul on fire. I am free, manifesting dope shit. Vibe with me. Hashtag grateful, unbothered, self-love, growth, peace, happiness, joy, loving life, embracing change, manifesting, nature, grounding, smiling, bonnet life. That's interesting. Free spirit, spiritual goddess, dope soul, beautiful, and loving me. Yes. Now let's slide into entry number 33. Okay, so this one taps into what I was talking about when a person becomes your addiction. Stop using people as a way to numb your pain, as a way to escape all the shit you don't want to face. It is a dangerous game to play when you bury yourself so deeply in someone else to get a false sense of happiness. They become an addiction and you become codependent and you lose your power, willing to do anything just to get a hit, a taste, a whim. That high will only last so long before something else triggers you or before they decide to cut you off. Now you're strung out looking for your next supplier, draining people for their energy because you can't stand to deal with your own fucked up ass energy. Please realize the trap you've put yourself in. The deeper you allow yourself to get tangled in the bullshit, the harder it is to get out. Stop putting your happiness in someone else's hands. That same high they give you, you're more than capable of giving yourself. It's not impossible. You just have to be strong enough mentally to say enough is enough and kick the addiction. Be your own plug. Be your favorite pill to pop, favorite spliff to smoke, line to sniff, and deal with your shit. Deal with your shit and stop running from it. How long do you really think you can run from you? Escapism is a death trap. You deserve better than that. Been there, done that, and it wasn't nothing nice. Move your body and get the energy flowing. Allow your mind to come to a place of stillness. Remain in a state of inner peace. Regardless of external forces, love yourself deeply, express gratitude, and just enjoy life. Be with someone that can give you the same high you give yourself. In other words, they add to your highness, not take away from it. And together, y'all are just two high-ass beings getting high off of each other and life in general. Interesting. That was entry number 33 from Cosmic Waters Diary. Entry number 22. I don't need, expect, demand anyone to make me happy. It is my responsibility to create the happiness within, and I have done just that. So I don't look for anyone to make me happy. I have discovered that having someone to add to my happiness, having someone to share my love of self with, is beautiful and magical as fuck. It is no longer about how they can make me happy. It's being aware of the happiness I already have within me and not allowing anyone to fuck that up. It's being aware of the energy exchange. It's if the love I have for myself is not reciprocated through the love they have for themselves, the exchange ceases to exist. It's about knowing my worth and what I deserve and no longer settling for bullshit. Being happy starts within. Make yourself happy. Stop expecting others to do it. Accept nothing less than what you truly deserve. Reciprocity is key. And that is the end of entry number 22 from the pages of Cosmic Waters Diary. Now let's shift into entry 11. And a lot of this begins to sound repetitive, I know. And it's interesting to me because I was saying the same thing throughout all of these, but how long did it take me to truly get it? to realize it, to know it, to embrace it, to embody it, to apply it to my life. Because it's one thing to think it, to speak it, to write it. But if you're not actually living the lifestyle, if you're not actually practicing what you preach, if you're not actually embodying all of this, it means absolutely fucking nothing. So I'm going to keep reading until it sinks in, until you get it, until you understand, until you apply it to your life. Now, back to number 11. Happiness starts within. Some people can't even answer the question, what truly makes you happy? Because they don't know. They haven't taken the time to figure it out. They haven't taken the time to get to know themselves from the inside out. I bet they can tell you what makes everyone else happy, though. Why is it that we look for happiness everywhere else but in ourselves? We don't need anyone to make us happy, nor do we need materialistic items to bring us happiness. At the end of the day, it's all temporary, and you're still left feeling empty, like something's missing as you try to fill that void. Never give someone or something that much power and control over your life. Once you put your happiness in the hands of someone else, you're bound to be disappointed. It's only a matter of time. Happiness starts within, and once you find it, you'll realize what the fuck you've been missing out on and how beautiful it truly is. Hashtag find the happiness within. It starts with you. Life lessons. With growth comes change. And now I want to read something else that is a little bit below this. And I love what this says. Okay. So let's just title this entry number 9 from the pages of Cosmic Waters Diary. Here we go. Ladies, love yourself the way you love your man. Watch how your life begins to change. Oftentimes, we give so much love, compassion, patience, and forgiveness to our significant other, but not to ourselves. Learn to love yourself the way you love everyone else. You deserve it. Hashtag self-love is key. I say to that. And if you are a woman that's not out here loving a man, then switch the words. Love yourself the way you love that woman. Love yourself the way you love them, her, she, they, however they identify with, okay? Now let's go into entry number 44. I love this one because my happiness fucking matters, and yes it does. So, I caught myself. Wait, let me start from the beginning. So in my 28 years of this life, I've always stopped myself from doing what I really want to do and say simply to avoid confrontation, other people's backlash, and because I was feared what other people would say and think. I just caught myself doing this. And I'm like, but why, Dom? Why not do what the fuck you want to do? You know why? I've allowed other people's opinions, judgments to control my life for far too long. I've allowed fear to control me for far too long. I've allowed my mind to have control over me for far too long. I'm over it. The fact that I've been working on this has allowed me to become aware of when I dim my shine and stop myself from being dope as fuck. I have to stop holding myself back, man. My inner savage is tired of being put on the bench. My inner wild woman is like, bitch, listen, let me the fuck out now. And my lovely Gemini twin, oh, she's just steadily waiting for me to give her the spotlight. This is just another chapter in my story, a part of my journey, a bad habit or mindset I'm in the process of freeing myself from. But I'm no longer blind to it. I will no longer be a slave to my own mind, nor will I be a slave to other people's thoughts and opinions, family and friends included. This is my life, and I'm going to start living it as such. Fuck anyone who disapproves. My happiness matters. To myself, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm working on it. In the meantime, continue being dope and magical as fuck with your crystals, fairy dust, and unicorn vibes. To the person that just gave me that much needed nudge, or should I say dose of badassery, thank you. I need people like you around. Hashtag growth, transformation, progress. It's a process. Healing, embracing change, facing fears, speaking my truth, expressing my thoughts. Hashtag unleashing the goddess within. Ay. This is back from 2018, y'all, because, it mentioned age 28, so it's a couple years ago. I am the lovely 32 now. These are giving me life. I think I'll read like one more or two. I'll see what resonates with me, and then I'll close out this beautiful episode. I am going to create a book real soon, shooting for a 2023 launch, and it's simply going to be like a collage, a masterpiece of abstract art, but through words. And y'all will see what I mean when I publish the book. It's gonna be from different moments in my life that I've documented through words. Literally a book of the pages from Cosmic's diary. Stay tuned. Now, let's dive into entry number 7. When you tell someone, you realize that they once had you wrapped around their finger and you're not that person anymore. Instead of them admitting it, they tell you, you have a small mind. Baby, the layers of my mind are deeper than you could ever imagine. I'm just speaking my truth. You were a chapter in my story, and it may not have been a pretty one, but it was a much needed one in order for me to grow and evolve. I can now see the things I couldn't see before. The person you had wrapped around your finger, I'm no longer her. So you can get in your feelings and you can voice your opinions of how you think I have a small mind. The truth of the matter is, I no longer crave your acceptance. I no longer look to you for my happiness. I no longer allow you to fuck with my mind, nor do I question my self-worth because of you. You were once my human drug, literally. You kept me high on the days I wanted to escape my reality, and you ripped the band-aids off and poured salt in my wounds at the same damn time, causing me to face me head on when I had been running from myself for so long. For that, I am forever grateful, because I have learned so much about myself, and I have healed so much of me. That withdrawal process was brutal as hell, but I made it through. And in the end, I've never felt more free and more sure of me. So please know I meant no harm in telling you that. I'm just not the same Dominique you once were used to. You can't accept my change, and that's okay. No love lost. I love me more now than I ever have, and that, my dear, is fucking epic. Dancing to the beat of my ancestors' drums. It feels good to be free. Hashtag a chapter in my story. Life lessons, growth, transformation. Not the same me. Loving me first. Dope soul. That one felt good. I love it. That was also from 2018. Entry number 1 from the pages of Cosmic Water's diary. So I get asked often, how do I stay so positive and peaceful? My place of inner calm within, I cherish it. I honor it, and I refuse to allow the bullshit to rock my foundation. I'm not saying I never feel anything other than happiness or peace. I feel other emotions. I'm not numb to them, nor do I just miss them and pretend they don't exist. I acknowledge them, allow myself to feel them, and in the process realize while I'm even emotional in the first place, and that lets me know what I need to work on within. I release, I transmute, and I choose to experience life from a place of joy, pure genuine love and happiness. I don't wallow in emotions, I don't let them control me, and I don't allow myself to drown. Yes, I may have a brief moment here and there, I can admit that. But in that moment, I also come to my senses and I use it as an opportunity to grow. Just because I may feel a certain emotion doesn't mean I have to allow it to move me. In other words, I don't have to react or respond immediately from that place of chaos. That is a choice, and I choose wisely. Our triggers are lessons. They are teachers. They're showing you your bullshit and what you're controlled by. A lot of shit isn't worth my energy nor my time. So why the fuck am I giving it to whatever the situation may be? Why am I even bothered by it in the first place? Ask yourself this and you'll begin to see where your insecurities are surfacing and how you're projecting all the baggage you're carrying. I take responsibility for myself and my emotions, and I don't allow shit to linger or fester within me. I don't hold grudges. I don't seek revenge. I don't play petty ass mind games. It's a waste of time and my delicious ass energy. If it's not conducive to my growth or my happiness or overall well-being, it doesn't have a home here. I know and understand the power of my mind, my thoughts, my beliefs, my actions, as well as the way my energy flows and works, the way in which I become a magnet for what I fill my mind with. I know that I am the creator of my reality. What I paint with my thoughts will show up in the canvas of my life. So please believe every stroke will be beneficial to my masterpiece. And no, remaining unbothered is not being cold or detached, at least not in my case. Some people can confuse being unbothered with deflection. It's just a deeper understanding that my wholeness is dope as fuck and I know my worth. And allowing myself to be moved by mediocre bullshit is disrespectful to myself. Allowing my emotions to run amok is irresponsible as fuck. So I choose to remain grounded and calm, joyful and light as I remain aware, observe, witness, and continue to live a beautiful ass life instead of one full of turmoil. Side note, I used to be one that dealt with anxiety daily, and I overthink and analyze shit a good majority of the time. I still have some work to do there, but don't let that or any other perceived limitation get in your way. You are more than capable of being at a place of calm and happiness within. You can truly be unbothered and not allow anyone or anything to rock your foundation. It takes commitment and a willingness to grow and change. First, you must free your mind, accept responsibility for yourself, and understand it's all you. And this is back from 2020. Now, let's go into entry number 17 from the pages of Cosmic Water's diary. Now, this was inspired by a meme I saw. And on the meme, it says, I refuse to please others at the expense of my emotional well-being, even if it means saying no to people who are used to hearing yes. Let that sink in. Now, this was originally written in 2019 and I updated it in 2021. So here it goes. One of the many things I reflect back on is why did I make myself do shit that I really didn't want to do? Saying yes to people when I really wanted to say no. I was the biggest people pleaser ever, yet I couldn't even please my damn self. Well, I could. I just chose not to. I chose to put other people's happiness before my own. The disrespect to myself. Man, listen, it was real. Constantly at war with myself. And for what? Nothing other than fake ass love, approval, validation, attention, trying to prove my love for others. Why? Because I wasn't my own source of love, approval, or validation. Hell, I obviously didn't even give myself attention because if I did, I would have realized the madness I was putting myself through. Ignoring myself because I didn't want to be ignored by someone else. How fucking ironic. A catch-22. Being ignored was once a huge trigger for me. Quickest way for me to go to 0 to 100 real quick. That's a story for another day. All I have to say is this. Saying no is fucking liberating as fuck. Oh my God, it feels so good. In the beginning, it's awkward because you're so used to saying yes. But once you get past that awkward phase and release the little bit of fear and guilt of saying no, shit is gravy, baby. Seriously, respect and honor yourself enough to say no. You don't owe anyone anything, and you're not obligated to do anything for anyone, family and friends included. Denying yourself the right to say no is pure fuckery at its finest. Say yes to yourself more. One last thing. You're not responsible for the way in which anyone reacts to your no. I'm going to say that again. You are not responsible for the way in which anyone reacts to your no. They'll be alright. Trust me. Don't even give your energy to it. You don't have to explain your no either. Simple as that. Keep your peace, baby. Respect your boundaries. And if you haven't already done so, create them. And stand firmly in them. I love you. Now go tell somebody no. You know you want to. Hashtag boundaries. Healing, growth mindset, growth, change, self-love. All right. I got one more for y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Hopefully this is giving y'all life like it is giving me life. I love being able to go back and read throughout the years of my transformation and my elevation, my growth, my change. It's so fucking beautiful to see what my mindset was, to see what I was dealing with back then, to see how I felt about it and if I have changed since then. And to just remember where I came from and how I'm not the same her anymore. But I still honor and respect where I once was. It's so beautiful. And I celebrate and I honor me that I am now. And understand as I continue and shift and grow, I'll look back on this me of 2022 in a few years and see where I was and see how I've grown and elevated into an even better me, right? And as you continue to grow and shift and change and evolve and become a better you, you begin to show up as the healed version of you, right? That person begins to show up daily. And it's so fucking beautiful. So beautiful. When you realize the shit that used to trigger you don't trigger you no more. The people that used to be able to get up under your skin can't get up under your skin no more. They don't make your blood boil no more. They can't. You don't allow them to. You stop allowing people to push your buttons. You stop allowing that dumbass shit to trigger you, to make you upset, to make you angry, to ruin your whole motherfucking day. You stop allowing people to get you to a place where you about to send a whole ass motherfucking novel in your text message thread. You don't do that shit no more. You be chilling, you at peace, unbothered, unmoved, not from a place of reacting. Just like, okay, observing and letting that shit go. Because your peace is more important and your happiness is not motherfucking negotiable. Yes. All right. So let's get into the last entry for the night, or shall I say morning, because it is now 5:58. Entry number 99 from the pages of Cosmic Water Diary. This is back from 2018, and it goes a little something like this. Fem, I don't like this new person you're becoming. Me. Blank stare. Side eye. And an evil grin. I don't fucking care. I didn't change to please you, nor am I changing back to please you. The new me doesn't put up with your bullshit. The new me is more outspoken. The new me is more carefree. This new me recognizes how dope she fucking is and what she deserves. As soon as people can no longer walk all over you, all of a sudden they don't like you. You're acting funny, you're fake, you're stuck up, blah, blah, fucking blah. Cry me a river. I'm just out here being great. While you may not be able to fathom this new flavor of me, there's people out there that enjoy sipping my cup of tea and loves how a shot of my Hennessy tastes. Yes, I will never go back to the dime I used to be. People act like you're supposed to adjust who you are to their liking. I'm not a damn Build-A-Bear, nor am I anyone's puppet. I'm done being someone I'm not. I'm done being someone I never wanted to be. I'm done trying to live up to everyone else's standards, and I'm done worrying about who I'm going to upset in the process. Oh, and I'm done trying to please every fucking body and neglecting and disrespecting myself in the process. Fuck out of here. This new me is here to stay, and a year from now I'll be an even better version of me. This is just the beginning, as I figure shit out and set my soul free. I'm done hiding. I'm just being who I was meant to be from the beginning and shedding everything everybody else wanted me to be or thought I should be. Cleansing my mind, body, and soul from the fuckery I've held on to for years. Hashtag letting it all go. Unleashing the goddess within. uncensored thoughts, dope soul, free spirit, untamed, vibe with me. It's all love, babe. Yes. And that is the end of my entries. I could keep going, but y'all will be here for hours. The note section in my phone is literally a book. I just told someone this the other night, and I'm going to turn it into a book. I'm going to gather all my writings off of these social media apps. I'm going to turn it into a fucking book. Stay tuned for that. It will definitely be published in 2023. And I'm here for the shits. Yes. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this happiness. And if anything that you took away from this, it should be, matter of fact, I don't even want to say should, because I ain't trying to tell you what to do or what you should have learned from this. But if it's one thing that's stuck in your head that I said over and over and over again as I was reading it, was happiness starts within. I heard that so many times from myself as I read to y'all. So that should be ingrained in your membrane. Oh, this was beautiful. This one gave me life, y'all. It really did. I love y'all. I fucks with y'all. I am grateful for all of y'all. Everyone. Each and every one of you that listen within the U.S. and that is listening from other countries. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in week after week. Thank you for sharing my podcast. Thank you for liking it, following it, subscribing to it. Thank you for the ratings and the reviews. Thank you for simply just being you. I'm grateful for your existence and for you being here and vibing with me and sharing space with me. If you ever have any questions, concerns, ideas, or just feel like you want to send me a message, you can do so either through voice on Anchor. Leave me a little voice message and I will definitely respond to you. And who knows, I may even put you on an episode. Or you can email tastemynakedtruths@gmail.com. And if anything you send me you would like to remain anonymous, please put that in there. Or simply give me a different name that you would like to go by that doesn't expose who you truly are. I'm here for it all. I love hearing from my listeners. So if there's anything you would like to say, hit me up. Also, on my Linktree, the very first option you have is to send me an anonymous message. And I've been entertaining these through IG, and they've been very interesting to say the least. So if you want to send me an anonymous message that way, feel free to do so. Again, just click on my Linktree, and it's the very first option to do so. Ask anything you desire, leave any message you want. You will get a response, okay? Now, moving forward, that is all I have for y'all. Have a beautiful fucking Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Embrace and embody this Venus energy, okay? And enjoy the rest of your September. It's harvest season, baby. We are in my favorite season, or at least shifting into my favorite season of the year. I love the fall time. The fall time is bae. Like, I just love the energy of the fall. I love the aesthetic of the leaves changing colors. I love the not too hot, not too cold, that just right, that hoodie weather, I love it. And yes, I am a pumpkin spice fan. A pumpkin spice everything. Okay, y'all. I won't keep y'all any longer. Just gratitude. I love y'all. And remember, life is as beautiful as you allow it to be. Self-awareness, perspective, and self-love is key. Choose wisely, beautiful souls, and enjoy the rest of your week. Much love, y'all. Peace.